Hey everyone, Pupsker here. And today in Warframe, we're checking out the Necralisk Requiem lore. Well, lore. Requiem? Letter lore? If you go through this door in the Necralisk, you get this area. And guess what? This is the Whispers in the Wall area. And now you start hearing rap tap taps. You start hearing some whispers. There's a door here you may see that's unopened, right? Interesting. And if we look over here, no door. Well, I guess there is still a door, but nothing really there. But a lot of people don't know that, I didn't know at least, there is a lot of lore for the Requiem letters here. As well as, I don't know if this matters, but you can jump down here and you can turn into your Warframe. So if you want a Warframe jungle gym, there's a little jungle gym up there. But then you can't get back up, so you have to fall back down here. And then you get teleported, and it's very scary. All things considered, so scary, so scary. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna casually listen to all of the Requiem lore because I have never heard it before. So, yeah. Let's listen.
Truth. It began long before us. We who now live our perfect and dull, endless lives. It began long before these moon palaces and body markets hurling around our golden sun. It began long before our light coil thinkers.
This is Albrecht Entrati.
Wars, our oil, smoke. It began with us. The continuity and its twin, Wanderlust.
Wanderlust.
The need for unseen shores deep in our marrow.
Ooh.
No judge, jester, queen, or king can escape this old blood. We are nomads, eternal. And when no ocean, mountain, or sky could contain us, our gaze hungered starward. Afar, they mocked us with their brittle light, winking and jeering like dangling iotons, forever out of reach, illuminating the truth. Immortal as we are, we die with the sun. That's where I come in.
Okay. So that's where he comes in. Okay, so it's not going to continue. It just stops there, I think. I want to see if these says anything else, but... Then you close out of that, and I think it goes clockwise. So we start with Zata Truth. You can also hear whispering in the walls. No shock there. Now we continue. Jahu.
Jahu. Form. My departure was a day less than any other. When I stepped inside the bell, I saw no crowd through its glass, no skeptical onlookers, no regal send-off. They all had given up on me and my paradoxical formulations. The wasted years had all shown the void to be just that. Ooh. Nothing. No energy, no entanglement, no form. To spacefaring ambitions, a dead end.
So he was trying to get something out of the void.
Day, my laboratory was mostly vacant of witnesses,
oh boy.
Most of all of expectation. Only my sluggish attendants, my sagacious Kavat, Kalimos, and of course my daughter. I had raised her alone, but with inconsistent vigor. From those eyes, her mother's, I did see a terrible reflection of a man that did not exist. A brave and principled man about to make history. In truth, he was a void himself. An outcast, a joke, a nothing.
What is it?
Driven by my humiliation. Failure had made me bitter and reckless. I would dive into the depths myself to prove them all wrong. I gave the signal. My daughter grasped the lever. Kalimos then belted out a desperate, rasping growl.
Aww, poor kid.
But
poor kid.
It was too late.
So we now have more context about what's going on because of the Whispers in the Wall trailer and everything. I mean, I kind of understand, but not really, right? Like, who truly knows? So it looks like he's kind of talking about the situations we saw in the trailer, at least a little bit, right? So that's why I wanted to take a look at this. That's beautiful, though.
Vorm. Order. The calipers yawed open the wall between worlds, stretching there a black trapezoidal gap. A door, a mouth. It yawned in the light of the room, splintering it to mesmerizing, unearthly hues. And I, inside the bell, dropping obliquely toward it from my gallows. Mass and time rippled as a sudden vortex jawed before me.
Dude,
my head was vapor.
I hate it.
My feet lodestone. The bell around me flexed like a rat paralyzed in a winding, gulping snake. I faltered in the awe of it, stumbling against the ceraglass, and with that shifted the bell's path through the wall. It grazed the caliper membrane, the edge of the door.
And that's all it took.
No worldly edge was as thin, as sharp as could split even light. As the bell faintly grazed it, the ceraglass was all at once rendered like strips of flesh by Dax's blade.
Just
my
ripped
enclosure
off.
was beheaded in an instant, but still, I fell.
Oh no.
Sideways into the void.
Okay, so that's how it starts. I'm assuming the Kalimos protocol went burr. He activated everything, fell into the void. This is terrifying. I love it.
Thas. Chaos. Death was on me.
You do want to do this clockwise. This seems like a continuous story.
Down, eyes clenched, my heart pulsing the last of its seconds, and my lungs burning the last of its air. A sudden nostalgia gripped me. I grasped desperately for memory of a storm just past, the fumbling pitch of a child's song. Yet all these thoughts seemed to steal away from my mind like smoke through a vent. I would die empty. I then became aware of another sensation, physical, a web of pain, needles itching into my arm. At once I realized I was alive.
Oh, he's not
laying in the bell's shattered ceraglass. I groped the ground, warm stone, the floor of my laboratory. So, I had never left.
Ooh.
And so, I had failed.
Man fell into the
Again.
void.
I heard a crunch alongside me.
But he got
Someone
spit back
stepping
out.
through the shattered glass. With great shame, I gasped and rose my head to face my daughter above me.
Or maybe,
But
possibly.
as I opened my eyes, it wasn't her.
Oh, he didn't fail,
It was
buddy.
me.
Oh. So he's staring at himself. Did he get wall-eyed? Oh my god, I love it. Is he seeing the wall of E? Oh,
Riss,
that's beautiful.
light,
That might be the thumbnail. That's very
the
pretty.
senselessness of it.
Evil
the
Albrecht
paradoxic,
Entrati.
the vague, untimed form. I was alone, but not. For I stood there confronted by myself. A twin, but no brother. A reflection, but with dimension. Behind him, no horizon, but a vast broiling sea of caustic light pierced at random by black pin stars. And closer, around me, a gale of flowing vapor, profane in color, billowing relentlessly into the nascent lack, seeking all directions. I was standing on a precipice of familiar stone, jagged and unanchored as though cleaved directly from the very floor of my laboratory. I wondered at the vapor's path, smoking outward more, leaving behind now the walls, the filigree gold, the rare cuts of marble from my home. I knew at once the vapor's source. I turned away, back toward the wall, the trapezoid I had yawed into it. Vapor erupted inward at the gap, but not just from there. For as I rolled my eyes back, I saw the same. A great steam of scintillation smoking out from my skull.
Oh.
Dumb in awe, I faced toward my chimerical twin. he spoke.
Whoa. And that's, I assume, the first introduction we have to Wally. Yeah, this is actually Destiny 2, as you can see.
Kra, time. An old name.
Oh, yeah.
Unspoken in the centuries since my mother reared me. A soft hiss, soothing as a viper's gaze. Little Bengal. The other me reached out, offering his hand, gliding toward me without moving, as though the distance between us was now collapsing. A confusion, most euphoric, filled my mind. With the shred of wit that remained, I decided that I should run for my life. At once, crazed and frantic, I fled. But I made no forward progress.
Oh.
Instead, the world compressed evermore around me, as though I were an anchor pulling the shore
Void
to
shenanigans. You got voided.
When I arrived at the door, or rather, the door arrived at me, I howled, hurling myself inside, out.
Rip.
And then and there I was, lost and unlost, howling on the floor in harmony with my wretched Kalimos, lacerated in flesh and heart, scattered as the bell glass, spilling blood and stomach on the cold stone floor. But I sensed the other there at the wall's breach behind me, reaching still.
He got fucked up!
I screamed, but my voice was gone.
Holy shit.
Forever. I looked, but my eyes would never see again.
Oh my god!
I swept my fist across the floor, snatching broken shards, and in gripping tightly, I filled my hands with ink. Close it, I wrote.
Oh, I love it. So, he was the one who released Wally the Void in that time. Like, we already knew that, but, like, that's how it happened. Two more. Now we have Decay. I'm at least assuming this is Wally the Void. Rapid tap tap. Remember to sub and stuff. Epic Games Creator Girl Pupsker.
Decay. Time to us
there it is.
all but conquered. Our
There
sacred
it is.
Kuva moves us on to new skin.
Requiem drive.
We numb to our daily, yearly trifles, and remedy those memories that bring lasting misery. With all our misdeeds, our excess, our indignity, we are haunted by nothing. But not for me, for with each passing day, there grew within a tumorous idea. It was minute in those early days, the pale-reaching digits severed on the floor, studied with reverence, with greed. And it swelled larger in the latter days. The regal domes, the rail dedications, the unholy Zariman parade. I had put the stars within reach, but at what cost? I never spoke of him, that man trapped in the wall. And while there have been countless souls who have followed me through with their light skippers and field wave skins and vari-eyed instruments, not a single one ever saw him.
No.
Me. And so it is that I will not take the Kuva now, or ever again. This is the last skin I'm in. Because of this idea, that I cannot be sure that in all that smoked commotion, in all that panic and fear, in that bending light and blinding dark, was it I who escaped? Or the other?
Oof. This son of a bitch released Wally into the world. Oh no.
Lok, void. From brooding
Classic
gulfs are we
Watch Dogs.
beheld by that which bears no name. Its heralds are the stars it fells, the sky and earth aflame. Corporeal laws are unwrit as suns and love retreat. To cosmic madness, laws submit, though stalwart minds entreat. In luminous space, blackened stars they gaze, accuse, deny. Roiling, moaning, this realm of ours in madness lost shall die. Carrion hordes trill their profane accord with eldritch plans. To cosmic forms from tangent planes, we end as we began.
Well now. Yeah, they didn't have every word. That was interesting. So, does everyone like the Warframe lore hidden here? I love it. Fast. Chaos. Up. Voom. Order. Oh, dang. But sadly, we cannot open the door or the man in the wall or anything like that. For now, it's possible that, what is it, Ool? Maybe Ool's gonna pop up finally, but no. This is gonna be the start to the whispers in the wall, as you can hear them whispering. This will be the the December update. And then we'll see, and we'll get a lot more general Warframe lore around Kalimos Protocol, around Albrecht Entrati, how and when he released Wally, because this is essentially when he touched the void and released Wally and doomed the world. But yeah, if you do listen, the walls are talking and they're saying stuff, but it's really hard to tell. Either way, remember, sub, like, check out the socials, Epic Games creator code Pupsker, all that jazz, yeah.